Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Challenge with Livorno. Now in today's episode we are going to play through the January transfer window. I think we've got about 4 or 5 games in there as well. Of course I'll not be live commenting them, I'll just be showing you the results as they come in. But before we go any further, it's the 25th of December, we're just playing through as the Qatar World Cup plays on. And Italy want me as their manager, despite being in 19th position in Serie A with Livorno. And no, I'm not taking it. We are here, the January transfer window has opened. I did continue on a little bit because nothing much happens in the early part of January. No offers made so far, no offers for any of our players. But we do have a match coming up against Cagliari at home, who are currently sitting in 18th position, so it's a massive, massive game. So we've just played Cagliari and got beat 4-3. A really disappointing result. We completely dominated the match. They had a man sent off in the 55th minute as well when it was 4-3. And we just couldn't make our extra man capitalise on that. And Courage did have a good game, getting 3 assists. Obviously, the 3 goals are nice, but conceding 4. Particularly how early there were 3 goals in the first 15 minutes were conceded. It was just a nightmare. And this was a game where we were robbed, but you've got to be winning these games. First offer of the January transfer window is in Sabin Marino from Leeds. A 3-star player, £2.4 million. Let's have a look at him. Oh, he's awful. Why? This is not what we need. Come on. I hope he rejects. So we've just played into Milan in the first round of the Italian Cup. Got beat 4-0. Mauro Icardi with a hat-trick. Adrian Riestra with 1. I'm not too bothered about this, you know. I'd rather get lost. I'd rather get knocked out of the Italian Cup and focus on the league. Got Palermo next at home in the 15th of January. Things are starting to turn. The players are coming in, complaining about the atmosphere in the dressing room and things like that. It wouldn't surprise me if the board come to us soon. The confidence is still satisfied. It's going down though. Club stature's pleased. Managerial support's very pleased. Tactics, they're devastated for some reason. I'm a little devastated as well, I'm not lying. But yeah, still no signs of anything else major coming in during the January transfer window. We've still got that offer in for the guy from Leeds. We haven't heard back whether that's been successful yet or not. But I really need some help. You know, when I hired the director of football and one of his traits was signing young players for the first team, well, the guy from Leeds is 31 who he's made an offer from, and now he's just made an offer for Lucas Castro at the end of his contract, and he's 33. I mean, come on, at least stick to what it says in the traits. I haven't seen him make one offer for any youngster. And there's another one who I hope doesn't join the club. Lucas Castro rejects Livorno. What a shame. Another golden oldie, Lars Stindl. It says enough has been made for Lars Stindl, but he's unknown potential. There's no type, no fee. He is coming towards the end of his contract in 2023, but he hasn't actually approached to sign him, and he hasn't made a transfer offer for him. I mean, it looks fantastic, to be honest with you. He probably suit what we play quite well, apart from his physicals, but another 34-year-old, it's not something we need. And we've made another offer, this time for Federico Andrada from Velez. This one could rise to 3.1 million after an initial fee of 2.1. He is a striker. He looks a little bit better than the other offers he's made so far, but whether he would improve our side or not, I don't know. He is Argentinian, but he does have an Italian nationality, so he would qualify to be able to register for our squad. So I guess that's not too bad. And the first confirmed signing is Sabin Marino. We have signed him for £2.4 million. His preference is to play on the wings, but he would never play there for us, so he's going to have to play up front. And to be honest with you, I don't think he ever gets in our side. Our squad is that poor. How does he end up signing someone who's even worse than what we've got? I don't understand it. But next up, we've got Palermo in the league. We are at home, and Palermo are currently sitting in 10th position. So whilst they're quite a ways away from where we are, it's got to be the sort of game we'll look at and think we could nick a win. So going into this Palermo game, I'd sort of made up my mind as to how I might change this series. If we'd won, I would have stuck through till at least the end of the season and then made some changes. But after this absolutely crushing defeat, I think I'm going to have to make changes right now. I'm going to take over the transfer responsibility from my director of football for the rest of this transfer window and try and get some reinforcements, because if things continue as they are, this was our 7th defeat on the bounce. We might find ourselves being sacked, and if we do get sacked, that's the end of season. That's the end of series. That's it. It's over. So I've got about 3 days left in the January transfer window. I've already spoke to the board and they have given me an increased wage budget. So now I'm sitting on £6 million with £73,000 per week available in the wages. I am going to be taking over right now and cancelling that deal, cancelling all these deals. And yeah, well, you'll see who I'm going to sign. Right then, it's been a busy couple of hours trying to find the right players to bring in, but I think it's about 5 players who are going to come into the squad and hopefully play first team football for us. First of which is Nut Johnsgaard. We've signed him for £600,000. Well, we haven't confirmed it yet, but we are going to. And he's a central midfielder from Norway. He's 18 years old. We don't have him scouted, so I'm not sure about his potential ability and stuff. But to be honest with you, there wasn't much time for that. So I've gone ahead with the deal. I do expect this guy to play first team football for us. I think he's better. He's definitely better than our youngster in the central midfield position that we play. So convinced him to sign £600,000, 15k a week. He's welcome. This one's probably the best of the lot. Nej Skrbek was signed. He's a Slovenian striker, and just look at him. He looks absolutely fantastic. Particularly physical stats are really what I was keen to look for. His technicals are really good as well, well-rounded. His mentals are not so great, but that's going to come with time. And yeah, I expect him to be able to keep us in this division. So we'll confirm him. £525,000 were paid for him. Riccardo Marquez might be one some people are familiar with. He's a 24-year-old Italian centre-back, and he's definitely a step above any centre-back we've got at the club currently. Physically, he's well-rounded. Mentally, he's well-rounded. Technically, he's got the stats in the right positions. And he's signed for £2.2 million on $8,500 per week. So we'll confirm that. He is joining the club. Lorenzo Ginelli is going to leave the club for £80,000. He was on £8,000 a week doing absolutely nothing. So we're essentially replacing his wages with Riccardo Marquez's. So that's great as well. Ronaldo Vieira is going to be another signing. And for those of you who watched my West Ham playthrough, know we signed him from Sampdoria there. We're going to sign him again. His contract was running out, but I wanted to sign him now. So we are signing him for about £90,000. He's joining on £10,500 a week. He's got a 2-year deal. And I definitely think he's good enough to get now our first 11. And finally, we're going to bring in Marek Rodak. He's a goalkeeper from Norwich. He's actually better than Antonio Adan in pretty much every aspect. And to be honest with you, we needed a backup goalkeeper anyway. So Adan will probably be demoted to the bench. His contract is running out at the end of the season, and I'm not going to offer him another one. He is probably going to join Valencia, I do believe. I think they've came in already and offered him a contract. Yeah, Villarreal, sorry, not Valencia. So he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. But I think that's pretty much our transfer business done. I don't see me signing anybody else. This is going to be the only team players I sign. Nut Johnsgaard, he's a 3.5-star, 5-star player. Better than any of our other central midfielders. Prefer role is Metzala, and I think I will probably play him there. Mangano's a little bit worried. I'll talk to him later. Skrbek is not a 3.5-star in this squad. He's a 4-star at the very least. But 3.5-star, 5-star potential. I wonder if any of these are injury prone. No, he's not injury prone. 2 seconds, I'll just check Johnsgaard as well. Is he injury prone? It doesn't say so, so hopefully we've got away with them too. Riccardo Marquez coming in as a 3.5-star, 4-star centre-back. I think he's better than Balbuena, who's rated at a 4-star to me anyway. Decent player from our Serie A side, so he is very, very welcome. Ronaldo Vieira is a 3-star, 4-star midfielder, but I do think he's better than David Agazi, so he will be playing in that defensive midfielder role and slotting in at central midfield should we need him. And Rodak is classed as a 3-star, 3.5-star goalkeeper. There's just not very many good goalkeepers, to be honest with you. I did look, and I was hoping to sign someone a little bit better than this guy, but it might be a position I revisit in the summer. And as now the director of football is not in charge of transfers currently, that's going to be it for today's episode. There's no point in playing on. Obviously, we've lost the last 7 in a row in the league, and that is a new club record, by the way, so take a clap for that. New club record, fantastic. Second half of the season is going to have to be massive, and I'm hoping these new signings can really come in and bolster the squad. Going forward in terms of transfer policy, I'll explain a lot more at the beginning of next season. The thumbnail's going to change, a lot about the series is going to change, so I'll explain fully there what is going to happen. But yeah, hopefully we can stay in the job. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you enjoy my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.